Hello and welcome back. Today is Tuesday, January 28th. I have your three best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. Hopefully having a wonderful day. If you're new, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Just takes a few seconds of your day and it makes my day every day brighter. We have a 4-game NBA slate. Interesting one to say the least. Lakers versus Philly, the two teams that are the ultimate rest their starters out of nowhere. Teams going at it early on prime time. What can go wrong? LeBron James, AD on a back-to-back 3 games in 4 days. Interesting game to say the least, and probably no Paul George, probably no Joel Embiid in that matchup. Houston versus ATL, that's a fun, 2 young teams getting after it. I wish the Hawks were a little bit healthier, but the game should be a lot of fun, pushing the pace overall. Milwaukee versus Portland, we all love Dame time back in Portland. Probably the world will be on it. Hand up, a little foreshadowing on it as well. And then Utah versus Golden State, great matchup overall. Four games here today in the NBA, 3 plays that I absolutely love here today. And before we jump into today's action, we got to recap yesterday's plays. And yesterday in the NBA, oh my God, I'm really frustrated, man. 1-3 day yesterday. Karl Anthony Towns goes in the fourth quarter. He first half 8 points. Ends the third quarter at 24. The game was a blowout. Doesn't play the fourth quarter. Finishes the game at 24 points. Absolutely frustrates me so much, especially with Tibbs, with running all the starters. Mikal Bridges got a bunch of run. Why couldn't Cat get a little bit more run overall? Then Zach LaVine, man, he was frustrating as heck yesterday. Patrick Williams had more shots than him yesterday. Like, everyone had more shots than Zach LaVine. And Zach LaVine, the last, 2 minutes of every half was like, okay, I'm going to step the fuck up here and score a bunch of points. Finished the game at 21 points. I want to say he had 15 or 16 points within the final 2 minutes of each half. He started splashing threes at the end of the first half, and then at the end of the game, it just was like, where has this been? It was such a weird rotations from Billy overall. And then we had the same game parlay, plus 475 odds. Only leg not to hit was Zach LaVine, 25 plus points. Just too much too late. I was praying for overtime. That would have been incredible, but it was awful. That game was so much fun to watch, and just Zach LaVine just wasn't aggressive until late in the game. But I'm done rambling. That was yesterday. 1-3 day. I'm not having fun with that yesterday. Today, I'm looking for a 3-0 sweep. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to bounce back in a big way. And let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, notice FanDuel's offering a 30% profit boost on any bet today. So I'm using this on a straight play here. That's Dame time. Give me Damian Lillard to score 25 plus points coming in minus 135 with the boost. It's minus 135 with the boost. I think it's minus 175 or minus 170 something when I took it. Minus 135 with the boost. Let's jump into it. Dame, he's gotten us over 5 for his last 5 games, averaging 28.8 points per game. The revenge factor back in Portland. Last time he did play Portland, he had a lackluster game. I think he's going to make it up for it in a big way here in Portland, where they're allowing the 4th most points to the point guard position. So I love that. He's gotten us over 2 for his last 3 against the Trailblazers, averaging 24 points per game. On back-to-backs this season, he's gotten this over 4 for his last 5, so no problem for Dame time with 3 straight 25-plus point games, and 3 of those games, 3 of those 4 games that he had his over, they were 30-point games, so he's dominated on back-to-backs overall. He's been an ultimate road warrior. You know me, I love my road warriors. He's been an ultimate road warrior for this Bucks team. Giannis is the home player. Dame is the road player. 63% hit rate on the road this season, averaging 25.4 points per game. Over 4 for his last 5 away games, averaging 28 points per game. He's got this over 8 for his last 10 overall, so he's been balling, averaging 27.5 points per game. Been balling these last 10 games, going to love that. Coming off of a 35-point game, 3 straight 29-plus point games. He's been on a run. Going back to Portland on a back-to-back after a struggling first game. High over-under matchup, highest over-under on the day, 230. Should be a closer game overall. It's going to be Dame time, scored 25-plus points. Coming in at minus 135 with the FanDuel boost, 30% boost on FanDuel. For my second best bet, doing the reverse order of games here today. The 6:30 game primetime matchup on TNT. LeBron versus Philly. Gotta love that. Give me LeBron James over 15.5 rebounds, assists coming in at minus 135 on DraftKings. LeBron's rebound assists. You thought I'd be doing points, but rebounds, assists. Philly allowing the 9th most rebounds and the 10th most assists to the power forward position. Hey, Chris, or DaWiddler, Chris, or whatever you want to call me. Well, LeBron James is a power forward. What about that? Well, LeBron James even better. If he's a small forward, I like it even more. In the last 15 games, Philly allowing the second most assists and the sixth most rebounds to the small forward position, the second most assists and the fourth most rebounds in the last 7 games. So if you classify him as a small forward, he has a great matchup. If you classify him as a power forward, he has a great matchup. Philly, these last 15 games to the power forward position, allowed the third most assists to them, so love that. LeBron James had 25 rebounds, assists in their last matchup, had 13 assists and 12 rebounds in that game. Love that overall. He's a road warrior with these rebounds, assists. He's got this over 52% of the time on the road, averaging 16.3 rebounds, assists. Last game, he did, however, have 15 rebounds, assists, so not best, but he has gotten this over 4 for his last 5, averaging 18.2 rebounds, assists per game overall. Philly has been bleeding up some big rebounds, assist games to the power forward position. Giannis had 21 rebounds, assists. Bobby Portis had 11. Paolo Banchero had 14. Patrick Williams and Pascal Siakam both got 7 plus rebounds, assists, hitting their overs on theirs as well. Love that overall. On the season, he's averaging 14 potential assists per game and 10 rebound chances per game. So we have a great opportunity overall for him. My projections have him at 17 rebounds, assists. So he's projected to get 9 assists and 8 rebounds. I think this could be a great assist game. Maybe a little triple-double flirtation from LeBron James here. Back-to-back on a primetime game. I expect LeBron James to play in this matchup, but in this matchup to feed everybody else on this back-to-back. So give me LeBron James over 15.5 rebounds, assists. For my third best bet here, going to be in this Atlanta Hawks Houston Rockets matchup. This is going to be a track meet. It's going to be a fun game overall. And ATL has lost their best defender. Daniels is out in this matchup. They're a little hurt in this game. This guy had a lackluster game last night against Boston. I expect him to bounce back in a big way here. So give me Jalen Green over 22.5 points, coming in at minus 115 on FanDuel. Atlanta allowing the 9th most points to the shooting guard position. Great spot here for Jalen Green, who's been struggling these last few games. He's only gotten this over 2 for his last 5. However, these last 10 games, he's been balling out. He's gotten this over 7 for his last 10 games overall, averaging 25.3 points per game. So he's been balling. Last night, they didn't need him. He shot 3 for 13. He was passing a lot more, and overall did leave the game a little with an injury. But last night, they didn't need him. He shot 3 for 13. I think he bounces back in a big way. Last week, he had a 10-point game against Cleveland. The next game, he followed it up with a 26-point game. I think he's going to follow it up in a big way here against Atlanta, who he's gotten this over 3 for his last 5 against the Hawks, averaging 25.8 points per game, with his last game having a 26-point game against them overall. They've been bleeding points to the shooting guard position. Grady Dick, 15 points. Beasley had 19. All the Boston shooting guards in their matchup hit their overs as well. Devin Booker, 35. Bradley Beal, 25. Grayson Allen, 23. Colin Sexton, 24. All shooting guards get a nice little bump when they play the Hawks, and the Hawks are without Daniels. So they're without their best on-ball defender. So I think Green will have even an easier time driving into the lane here tonight, where in the last 15 games, the Atlanta Hawks allowing the 8th most points to the shooting guard position. So I love that overall. Like I said, ultimate road warrior this season. He's gotten this over 4 for his last 5 away games, with last night being the one away game that he got the under, so he's averaging 25.2 points per game on the road. My projections have him at 23 in this matchup. I don't think he's going to shoot 3 for 13 again. He averages 17 field goal attempts per game, so he last night shot 4 less shots. It was a bad game overall. I think he's going to bounce back in a big way here in a positive matchup. So give me Jalen Green over 22.5 points. Those are my 3 best bets for you in the NBA today. I feel horrible yesterday, man. I thought it was going to go our way, and then all those second halves just started, and I just was not feeling good about it. The Cat one hurt the most. Zach LaVine, he just was being late today. But 3 plays here. Hopefully bounce back in a big way here. I'm trying to get back on track overall. Let me know down below what's your favorite play in this 4-game slate. I bet we'll be getting a bunch of promos for same-game parlays. So let me know if you want me to continue to run it back and try to get back on track with these same-game parlays. Hopefully having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.